Neuroendocrinology. Neuroendocrinology is a mix of the nervous system and the endocrine system. The nervous system is made up of the brain, spinal cord, ganglia and nerves. The endocrine system is made up of the ductless glands which release hormones that act systemically. Each system consumes one or more hypothalamic releasing hormones which are released from hypothalamic neurons, which are terminated in the portal capillary vasculature, which comes from the median eminence at the base of the hypothalamus, which the hypothalamus is the organ which connects the endocrine system with the nervous system, to the anterior pituitary gland. From there, the hypothalamic hormones act to the anterior pituitary cell in order to regulate pituitary hormone release and downstream physiological functions. Other hypothalamic neuroendocrine cells control water and salt balance and is located at the pituitary via the release of the vasopressin and oxytocin from nerve terminal that appears in the hypothalamus and then travels to the posterior pituitary gland. With these systems working together, the hypothalamus neuroendocrine function allows the central nervous system to respond quickly to interior or external environmental change and to maintain a response through endocrine hormonal transducers. Andrea C. Gorge, 2013. Glands. There is a couple of glands. First we have the endocrine glands, which is inside of the body. So these glands have no duct and release their secretions directly into the intercellular fluid or into the blood. There is a group of endocrine glands which makes up the endocrine system: the pituitary, anterior and posterior lobes, thyroid, parathyroid, adrenal, pancreas and gonads. So, pituitary glands. The hypothalamus makes up the lower region of the diencephalons and is based just above the brainstem. Hypophysis, so the pituitary gland, is based in the inferior part of the brain and is attached to the bottom of the hypothalamus via a stalk known as the infundibulum. The pituitary gland contains two major regions, the anterior pituitary gland and the posterior pituitary gland. Posterior pituitary gland, this is where the hormones are made by the cell bodies of the neurosecretory cells, which are kept in the vessels and are carried through the axon and held in the axon terminals. When the neurosecretory cells are stimulated, the action potential generated sets off a release of the hormones which are stored in the axon. Two hormones are produced and released. They are oxytocin and antidiuretic. Anterior pituitary gland. The anterior pituitary is in control of sending hormones that are in charge of other hormones within the body. Thyroid glands. The thyroid glands is one of the biggest endocrine glands in the body and is found in the neck below the larynx. It has connection with the production of hormones thiodotin, thionine and thyroxine. The thyroid creates and releases the hormone calcitonin, which is to do with blood calcium levels. Thyrocalcitonin / calcitonin reduces the concentration of calcium in the blood. Parathyroid. There is 4 of these glands, which are all based on the thyroid gland. One of the most important jobs is to regulate the body's calcium and phosphorus levels. All 4 glands secrete parathyroid hormones, which forces calcium to be withdrawn from the bones. Parathyroid hormones is placed into the bloodstream and transported in the bones, kidneys, and gastrointestinal system. Adrenal glands. These glands can be found above the kidneys and regulate the important bodily functions such as biochemical balances which impact athletes' training stress response. The hormones within the adrenal glands stimulate, causing amino acids to turn into carbohydrate, which then causes a process called gluconeogenesis, as well as the motion of glycogen by the liver. Pancreas. This is an extremely important organ within the digestive system and the circulatory system, which contributes to the blood sugar levels. It also produces digestive enzymes. All those endocrine glands were taken from Blooming's 2018. So, exocrine glands. These glands are on the outside of the body, whereas the endocrines are on the inside. These glands can regulate the body's temperature, lubricate, nurture newborns, aid in digestion and reproduction. The exocrine gland structure is broken down into the ductal portion and the glandular portion. Polycrine glands. These glands contain open cells. The cells contain stores of substances which are released by the glands. Merocrine or echinine glands, which are the most common type of exocrine glands. And so these glands release substances out and into the duct via the cellular channels or pores. So examples of these glands is the lacrimal tear ducts, which is near both the eyes. The mammary glands, which is breast milk. Eccrine sweat glands, salivary glands, pancreas, and liver. So that's Biology Dictionary 2018. The lock and key theory. So, actions of enzymes is described using this theory. This theory was produced in 1894. This theory is based on hormones fitting into the correct enzymes. The lock is the enzyme and the key is the hormone. When hormones are within glands, they can only be placed within certain cells, the cells which match the hormones. Charles E. Orford, 2003. Hormones. Anabolic hormones. This is to do with growth. If your growth hormone is little, then you will be shorter when you're older. This is what causes dwarfism. However, if you have too much growth hormone, then you'll be taller when you're older. This is what causes gigantism when you're older. Helen Cooley, that's 2018. Catabolic hormones. Catabolic reactions break complex molecules provides the energy needed by the anabolic reactions to produce complex molecules. These hormones are hormones which muscle wasting cortisol hormones. It is a catabolic hormone which is secreted when the body is stressed. So it's Professional Bodybuilder 2016. Water-soluble hormones. These are hydrophilic. They are created from amino acids, which are units of protein and are soluble in water. They cannot pass through target cell membranes. Ivy Rose 2018. And fat-soluble hormones. These are known as lipid-soluble hormones. These are normally created from cholesterol molecules. These can pass through cell membranes. And that was again Ivy Rose 2018. And here are a few references.